Lionel Messi has banned his kids from using phones, all because of one big secret. With the new iPhone 15 launched, Messi was one of the major faces at the release, and the stuff he said about his kids not having iPhones and the reason why will leave you stunned. Lionel Messi is super rich, facts. And his new club, Inter Miami, he earned over $60 million a season, more than the national budget of Cuba. In fact, Messi's so rich that after winning the World Cup with Argentina last year, he gave all his teammates custom iPhones, each with the jersey name and number. That cost him over $2 million, and yeah, they were all covered in gold. Now, if he's doing that for his teammates, you'd think his kids have won the lottery with him. But that's where you'd be wrong, because when it comes to his kids, Messi is a different person. Leo was a family guy, and he'd do anything to protect his family. Growing up, Messi only had one dream, and that wasn't to become a popular pro baller. No. See, Messi had seen how close his parents were with him and his siblings and how they raised them right. So that was all Leo ever wanted, to have a family just like his dad and mom did and take care of them all right. They grew up in poverty, man, and didn't have much, but they all loved each other, and that was more than enough. But Messi knew if he was going to have a family and get kids like his parents, he'd need to find the right woman. And he was lucky to, because while most guys go searching years for love, it only took him a couple of months to meet the woman that changed his life. Antonella Roccuzzo. Before leaving for Barcelona, Messi promised Antonella he was going to come back for her, start a family, and raise kids with her. But after getting to Spain, Messi and Antonella didn't talk much, and pretty soon they separated until Antonella got involved in an accident that almost took her life, made Messi come back, and took her to Spain to fulfill his promise of raising a family. For years, Messi tried to keep his relationship with Antonella a secret because he didn't want people to get involved in his relationship. But in 2012, while on a game with the national team, Messi did something so strange that made his fans go crazy. After scoring against Ecuador, Messi tucked the ball in his jersey and celebrated with it. Now, for anyone who follows football, this one's pretty common. You only pull out this goal celebration if your partner is expecting a child, and that's when Messi confirmed the news that Antonella was pregnant. They gave birth to their first child, Diego Messi, in 2012, and then 3 years later, they had another kid, Mateo, before having the last one, Ciro Messi, in 2018. Messi was a happy man because he'd finally fulfilled his goal of becoming a dad. But he was soon about to realize that this wasn't going to be an easy task, especially after getting the news that his family's life was about to change forever. For years, all Messi knew was Barcelona. I mean, they saved his life growing up, and when he got diagnosed with growth hormone syndrome and all the other clubs interested in him ran away, but Barcelona decided to cover the cost of his medical bills and allowed him to come to play with them, Messi was eternally grateful, and in return, he became the all-time top scorer for the club and a football legend. But in 2021, the rumors started circulating that Messi was going to leave, especially after he'd asked to go for a season back. But he came out to say that that was all false and was even preparing to sign a new contract. Until the Barca board explained to him that the only way they could register the team for the next season was if they let him go. Messi was crushed, and he wasn't just thinking about himself alone, but his family too. Now he and Antonella were adults, and they were used to this kind of stuff, but he knew his kids, especially his first son, Diego, was going to take it the hard way. We knew how hard it was going to be, especially for Diego. I know him. He's like me. He's suffering inside, but hopefully this is not a serious situation. Diego was already adapting to life in Barcelona and had even joined the youth team at La Mesa. But with his dad being forced to move away, they all had to move too. And in France with PSG, it was the worst experience of Messi's career. I had never felt that low playing football there. Apart from the 1 month where I won the World Cup as a PSG player, it was a sad experience for me. So, after his contract at PSG was up, Messi decided not to renew, packed his bags, and together with his family, hit a plane to the US to join Inter Miami. And that's when the saga started, because now his kids were growing up and it was a completely different challenge. Messi knows each one of his kids is different. Diego is his eldest son, the leader of the three, and just like his dad, prefers to keep things to himself and doesn't say much. But Mateo? He's a joker. In fact, the kid does everything just to get on his dad's nerves, like supporting rival teams, celebrating opponent goals, and even attacking fans at the World Cup with chewing gum. Messi knows Mateo only does this to get his attention, but this one time he took it too far. Because right after his dad subscribed to Mr. Football, Mateo turned off the video notifications and got his dad really pissed. Ciro is still really young and doesn't know much, but if there's one thing that keeps the family united, it's football. Recently, Thiago made his debut for the Inter Miami youth team, and his dad Leo was in attendance. In an exclusive interview a few weeks back, Messi revealed something about Thiago that shocked everyone. Thiago doesn't want to be known as Messi's son. He wants to make his own name. The kid already has balls, and maybe that's why he wants to be his own man and get his own phone. But his dad already made it clear. This was a definite no. See, Messi and his kids are very active on social media, and many times Leo and Antonella have posted videos of the kids hanging out or bonding over family events. But now Thiago is in the Inter Miami Academy. He's come across kids his age who are using the latest iPhones, and that's what probably made him ask his dad if he could get one. Even though he loves his kids very much, Leo's relationship with them is a bit complicated, and that's all because of his career. Sometimes he's away for months with the national team or his club and can't spend time with them. But lucky for him, he's got Antonella, who's always around to look after the family and take care of the kids. So I'm guessing if they were going to ask anyone for the latest iPhone, it would have been Mom first. But unfortunately for Thiago and his siblings, his dad and Mom share the same view. And it's all thanks to one person, his greatest rival. For the last 15 years, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo have given us the greatest rivalry in the history of the sport. And even though they've had some iconic battles over the years, they have one thing in common, and it's how they raise their kids. Kinda feels like Messi stole a page off Ronaldo's book when it comes to raising kids, because for Cristiano Ronaldo and his son Ronaldo Jr., he's definitely not having a phone until he's old enough. Ronaldo came out in an interview to reveal that his son had asked him for an iPhone months back, and that his son had even gone as far as creating his own social media account on Instagram. But Ronaldo had him take it down for his safety. See, Ronaldo was trying to teach his kids about the dangers of social media and wanted him to focus on the more important things in life, like enjoying his childhood and trying to build healthy relationships with people around him. Because Ronaldo knew firsthand that not everyone who claims to be his friend online actually wants the best for him. He promised Junior he'd get him a phone when he was old enough, and Messi wanted to do the same thing too. But it was going to be difficult because, unlike Ronaldo, his kid Thiago was a different case. Messi's admitted in the past that Thiago watches his games and even gives him advice on how to play, so he's like a mini professor in the Messi family. So, when a kid like that asks for a phone, it's going to be pretty hard to turn him down. But together with his wife Antonella, they figured out a creative way of turning down Thiago's request. I get back from training around 1, have lunch with Antonella, then for 2 hours we watch our favorite shows, before heading over to pick the kids up from school and take them to training. Now, this looks like an ordinary schedule in the life of Messi, but on a closer look, it's his secret response to turning down his kid's request for an iPhone. Because of this schedule, his kids barely have time for social activities. They hang out with their friends in school all day till 3, and I'm pretty sure there are no mobile phones allowed for kids their age in school in Miami. After that, it's straight to training at the academy, and from there, they head home, get dinner, do homework, and go to bed. Repeat the cycle. So, with this plan, it technically means his kids won't have time for a phone because they'd be too busy trying to do what normal kids do, grow up. Genius thinking, Leo. I mean, Antonella probably lets them use her phone once in a while because I'm pretty sure I've seen Mateo trying to prank his mom on Instagram or videos of them hanging out. And speaking of that, in his new club, Messi and his kids have become fan favorites, all thanks to their new goal moves. See, Messi's been popping up with some crazy new celebrations after scoring goals recently, and he came out to admit that it was all thanks to his kids, and everyone believed it, until the truth came out, that Messi had a dark secret behind all those celebrations. Click the next video to find out the truth behind Messi's new superhero celebrations.